It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be here for this important event, and also to frame up today's conversation on empowering the girls of our world, the next generation of women. I'm going to share my screen, so please bear with me for a moment as I pull that up. And as Tina said, I'm a 24-year member of the Kansas City Plaza Rotary Club, and it was in 2002 when I became involved in the labor of love that is my work in Rotary, working with vulnerable and at-risk children in Rotary. And that focus in Malawi, Africa, has been really the love of my life. One of the many projects that I have been engaged in is an after-school program in very rural village schools to encourage students and especially girls to stay in school. And during that program, I met hundreds of girls, 8 of these here included. One of these girls is an AIDS orphan, and she asked me what my profession was. And to simplify, I told her I was a businesswoman. And she smiled this beautiful smile that demonstrated why Malawi is known as the warm heart of Africa. And she said to me, that's what I want to be, a businesswoman. You know, together we transform, together we are transformed. And that was a very transformative moment for this girl. She lives in this village, a mud brick, one-room house with a thatched roof. And by saying, I want to be a businesswoman, she was claiming her voice and claiming her self-determination. And there are girls all over the world, like the girls of Malawi, aspiring to empower themselves, their families, and their communities. And they are the reason for Rotary's Global Empowering Girls Initiative. And this initiative, as both Dawn and Tina have mentioned, was launched in July 2021 by President of Rotary, Shekhar Mehta. He appointed a task force and appointed me chair. It's been an incredibly rewarding and demanding work of love and determination for all of the task force. And we've been working on this initiative since September of 2020. The initiative is not a one-year event. It will continue under Rotary International President-elect Jennifer Jones in 2022-2023. And it was intentionally designed as a Rotary Club service opportunity and a call to action to implement projects that include a focus on the health, safety, education, well-being, and economic opportunities for girls. And it's enabled through that worldwide network of regionally appointed Empowering Girls ambassadors that Dawn mentioned. And there are actually 48 ambassadors regionally appointed. They are Rotary members and leaders who raise awareness, provide Rotary clubs with resources, and connect clubs to project partners like those that we will hear about today. Now, many of the challenges that girls face in achieving an education are really very different from the challenges that boys face, and we'll take a deeper dive into that today. Education is one of those. 9 in 10 girls globally complete their primary education, yet only 3 in 4 girls complete lower secondary education, and 60 million girls globally have no access to basic education. Some have no access due to social stigma for their special needs, such as cleft palates, which one of our speakers today from the Alliance for Smiles will speak about. And the global pandemic has had a devastating effect on education. Some 850 million girls worldwide had their educations disrupted by the pandemic, and many will never return to school. The reasons for that are lack of internet, lack of devices to access the internet, working to support their families, having to do housework and childcare while other family members work, and especially in these times of economic upheaval, girls are vulnerable to other challenges, such as this one, child marriage, which one of our speakers today will also address. 12 million child marriages occur annually on a global basis, and 1 in 5 girls globally marries before her 18th birthday, some as heartbreakingly young as the one you see on your screen, 11, 12, or 13 years old. And a child marriage occurs 33,000 times a day. Think about that. By the time we get to this time tomorrow, 33,000 girls will have been married who are under the age of 18. Often girls are forced into an early marriage for the dowry that can help keep their families alive during an economic hardship. Gender violence and human trafficking are very significant global issues for girls. We'll hear more about this today as well from our speaker with the Rotary Action Group Against Slavery. Some 60 million girls can't even walk or ride a bicycle to school without experiencing gender violence or experiencing that violence while they are in school. And 71% of human trafficking victims are girls and women, and fully 20% of them are girls under the age of 18. This is a global issue, not only in countries with economies that are developing, but also right here in the United States where I am. Every single state in the United States has reported cases of human trafficking, and those reported cases are just the tip of the iceberg. And obviously the risks of violence are high when there is conflict or unrest or refugee flight. And that's a challenge that is facing girls right now who are in Eastern Europe, as well as other regions of the world. There is a very close link between access to water, menstrual hygiene management, and access to education. And again, we will hear more about this issue from our speaker on Rotary's hand wash program in Haiti. But when girls have to spend their days fetching water, there is no opportunity to go to school. And when there is no segregated toilet block at school and girls can't manage their menstrual hygiene, they don't go to school, they don't get an education, and they can't achieve economic advancement. And globally, 500 million women and girls lack adequate facilities for menstrual hygiene management. These are just a few of the initiatives, or a few of the challenges that our initiatives are facing and that girls are facing. And it's why Rotary's Empowering Girls initiative is so important. Rotary clubs are currently implementing thousands of projects, like this one in Nigeria, which provides girls who are displaced or refugees with sewing skills as well as washable menstrual pads. Another example of this kind of a project is the Crown Her initiative in Trinidad Tobago, which one of our speakers today will address. The most valuable gifts that we can offer to girls through projects like these is their own voice in their own futures, so that they can make good choices for themselves and become agents for positive change in their families and their communities. And when enough girls are empowered, they become empowered women who can change the economies of entire countries. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today, and our speakers today and the programs that they represent are also agents of powerful and positive change. I hope that you enjoy their thoughtful presentations, and I look forward to the dialogue with you during the Q&A that follows their presentations. I appreciate your being here today. I appreciate being here today. Thank you very much.